had killed the market for, of course. So now this had killed the market for, of course.
Tempo wawa tiri mumusoro
Good evening, everyone that is watching us on Black Fire Network. My name is INNOSSETU with my colleague Africa Maria. We are broadcasting live from Kampala, Uganda. Talk to panel. I have to present it. So let me hope you has been so fine for those that are, of course, that are watching us from different African countries, and those that are outside Africa. Let me hope you're fine wherever you're watching from. Like I said, we are broadcasting live from Kampala, Uganda. It is a Friday. By the way, I thought it's going to rain. I thought like it was drizzling in the morning. I thought we were going to get some rains here in Uganda. Unfortunately, Warren. But now,
Oh, your contractor. It has been okay. I can't remember when I last saw your contract.
Like they are like 8 to 6 months that we last had a conversation with the constrictor. Bangali, but it has been so long.
Oh, your contractor.
Yeah.
Triple terror. Ooh, you're welcome on our live. Where have you been at and how have you been? It's good to see you, and I'm sure you're fine. Okay, how about over Nyera?
Just nothing of yourself.
No way. Oh, you're welcome, guys, on our live. It's Africa Maria with my colleague INNOSSETU. Like always, we're broadcasting from Kampala, Uganda, East Africa, and those who are watching us from all different channels, TikTok. We no longer do TikTok nowadays. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. And also loving Black Fire Network. Don't forget to subscribe those who haven't subscribed, and also give us a thumbs up. And yeah.
By the way, I've been watching, I've been following up what is in Kenya. Kenyan protesters have given 48-hour ultimatum to the president of Kenya to declare to resign So
Okay, so I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Kenya is taking another trend. We have not seen this happen in Africa before. But the moment I knew, okay, we were talking about this thing. It is okay for you to listen when we do
Mm,
drum, right? It is okay for you to listen to your people, but I knew the moment you give in, the first time you have to give in.
mm,
You have to keep giving in because yeah, and now I don't know whether I should say I should give him a chance because I don't think that for all that he has been doing really,
mm,
I don't think
mm,
with the treaties and all that is following the deals is making I'm not only scared of what is happening in Kenya or what might happen in Kenya, but the entire East Africa and Africa at large, because we may look at Kenya being the interest, all
mm,
right?
mm,
The Americans have, of course, the British have, but when their interest is going beyond Kenya itself,
mm,
we have seen wars happening in the neighboring countries, but when the people engineering this war are basing in another country, we have seen issues happening, but when actually the people they are targeting are somewhere else. And I have my own fear and I feel towards the actions that Ruto is doing.
mm,
And for people giving him that the ultimatum hours to have stepped down,
mm,
we expect to see bloodshed
mm.
in Kenya. We expect to see a lot of chaos. Oh, I wish I would go to Kenya
Hopefully.
just to see these things.
Mm.
To
To see transition.
see what is, it is. It's always amazing to be, around when such kind of things are happening. But yeah, uh, um, you know, it is I don't know how to say this, but the moment Ruto gave in to that first demand, I told you about this thing, even that very day when
Mm,
he declared that they're going to, of course, withdraw that bill. I said
mm,
they're going to demand for more and
mm,
they're going to keep demanding because yes, and other people are like, yeah, he's weak, he has given in and all that. And whoever was calculating now, living alone, I'm not like trying to support Luto and the bills. We are trying now to of course give a clear view of everything, whether it's negative or positive. um Whoever gave that game, whoever advised the Ruto on whatever he did not expect this.
mm,
Just like they did not expect to see the riot escalating
mm.
in Kenya, just like they did not expect to see that people respond to the financial bill. Now they did, they of course they thought, I don't know how they thought. They thought after Supreme,
Tunakuwateka food.
the food. So I knew they would keep on demanding because there are a lot that is needed and there is a lot that needs to be done. Uh Ruto has not been in power for long. So,
It's actually making 2 years soon in September. It's making 2 years in September.
nshobora kubabona kwe mpaka barimo kurya kuboha ukuri babi how can you eat food I did um that there is no way this would bring change. And of course people were supposed to keep demanding because this is the only don't do that.
Mhm.
This is this is don't do that. This is not the this is not the only thing that Kenyans need.
Mm.
But of course, we might expect to see violence. And I know
Violence.
more violence, and I know Ruto as he did not want to paint that picture. And that's why he was stopping the military, the police, from, of course, attacking people, apart from using fire or apart from using tear gas, water, and all that. I think we saw few bullets, and I think most of them were on command, not to shoot or to hit directly. Though some other people lost their lives during the chaos. And of course, we saw people looting.
Mm.
A lot of people have lost business. They have made losses. We saw people looting, stealing clothes, all right, and all that. Because whenever we have such kind of things that are, of course, happening, we expect to see. There are others who always want this to happen so that they can take a chance
Mm.
to carry whatever they want. Um, so for that topic, of course, as we shall keep on adding it with the current today's topic, we shall be talking about Ruto a little bit, and also Bazungu.
Mm.
Now, let's dive into today's topic. Pan-African intellectuals are failing to address real issues. When we talk about Pan-African intellectuals, apparently, just simply, I'm going to simplify this just in a simple way. These are the people we usually see talk about Pan-Africanism, and they are prominent about it. For example, like Patrick Pablo Lumumba of Kenya.
Mm.
Of course, I don't know why this guy usually talks some sense, but at times I'm like, I see a little bit fear when in the words he says. Then also we have seen Malema. Malema says he's a Pan-Africanist.
Mm.
Malema says he's a Pan-Africanist, but although I don't believe in his Pan-Africanist. And most of the African leaders claim that they're Pan-Africanists. I guess maybe this one is to show people that, of course, their love is not only, of course, involved around the countries of control, but also the entire African nation, the continent as a continent. But of course, we have seen a lot of people speaking, a lot of power in their words. And at times we ask ourselves, there is a certain time I read a comment on Pierre O. Lumumba of Kenya. Of course, he's one of the prominent guys who usually talks about Africa's history and tries to elaborate more about Africa and the events, the past and present events as they unfolded and how they're unfolding now. He usually talks about the things, and at times you ask yourself, like, why? He has the power, he has the knowledge, he has the ability to lead. But then you ask yourself, like, why? Oh, he's a lawyer,
Mm.
and you ask yourself why. But later on, you get to understand that he's so much entangled with the bad governance.
Mm.
He's entangled with bad leaders. He's entangled with leaders who again are not portraying the same thing that, of course, he talks ill of. So when we look at so really okay. I don't know
Sigenda kwegayagayita
ngyogera
sigenda kwedambwere
lwaki oyinza
edda
lwaki oyinza
ebintu bindeetera space mu lubuto toluwala omumana wendininga
The annual assembly of the African heads of state and the government, of course, which offered an opportunity to consider the issues, decided how to resolve different issues that, of course, are affecting Africa in 2023. We know that this summit was held in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, from 18th to 19th February. Now, I believe that 4 issues that these people discussed about that were installed, or that, of course, was to, of course, install progress in the Pan-African agenda, and the decision making that took place over there with independent financing, division of labor, and the adoption of common policies that would nurture the strategic partnership of different African continents. And of course, first of all, member states have implemented too few collective decisions. In these very member states that, of course, the member states, I mean, the countries that are under the African Union, because this is one of a group that, of course, usually was created to, of course, promote Africa's unity, and of course address issues, collective issues that are affecting Africa as a continent. But you know that most of these member states have implemented too few collective decisions. The African Union has adopted several important legal documents which member states are supposed to adapt for themselves. Now we know these documents are signed during heads of state and government meetings, and we know that they are supposed to be deposited within the union. Now this usually happens very slowly and only very partially. The reason vary with the reasons why we don't know. I cannot say the reason why Uganda is not, of course, giving in this might be different from the reasons other countries have. But from this, you realize that the only time we see these people is when we get to see on the news that the member states or the presidents of different countries are meeting in Addis Ababa or wherever to discuss issues pertaining Africa, and of course what is for the betterment of Africa. See, a little last time Ruto yali akola ki mwere summit. Summit Ruto mwe meeting abantu ng'ayogera ku bya economy. Teyali eno. Togera ku Ruto yakola meeting wabera ne ba African leaders.
omusajja akanola amaaso addayo atabuse
So we always see these people going to meetings. We don't see resolutions whenever. We don't we don't see resolutions whenever. Of course, they meet the second time, and we don't see people submitting in whatever it is, because each time when these people have these meetings, we tend to hear all the presidents are going to meet and they're going to discuss issues. They're going to discuss issues that, of course, are even to issues that are, of course, affecting Africa, and we want to find solutions. But at the end, this is the problem with Africans. Everything has to be facilitated, and this is why at times people have summits. We are we are having a summit. We are sending a delegation of this number of people to go. Let me say to Addis Ababa for a summit. They will go to Addis Ababa because them traveling to Addis Ababa comes with, of course, allowances and all that. And at the end of the day, we don't see them revising this or delivering whatever it is that took them there. And this has been the problem. I don't know whether African leaders are so desperate. I don't know whether African leaders are so thirsty or hungry for money that they don't really care what is going on within the member states or the Africa as a continent. I'll let you know so to say something to you guys a little bit.
So the reasons, of course, why Pan-Africanism remains a dream. Um, we see that four key issues the African Union of course, as an organization that is to keep, of course, African continent united, just like the African Union name says, African Union, uniting Africans. I think these are the things they should have tackled, of course, faster. The first thing is the issue of course, of the independent. Actually, these are, of course, are the what? These are the factors that are steering the progress. We look at when you look at the instruments of common global policy are either underused or of course, underdeveloped. The AU is working to increase its bargaining power in global politics by developing common policies and nurturing strategic partnerships. But because of the member states' of course, insistence on sovereignty, few common policies have been developed. So the most prominent one relates to the reform of the UN Security Council to give Africa more power. So in terms of strategic partnership, the AU currently is focusing its activities on three military, so African Union, like I said, like when we look at, of course, uh, the most prominent, of course, one relates to to the reform of the of course, UN Security Council to give Africa more power. When we look at African Union um, as of course an organization that is to keep Africans, to make Africans, that all African countries, to keep them as one country, to unite, to make African people aware of their identity, to make African people understand that there are other African countries that exist outside their African countries, to create a common ideology among all African countries. We see that in terms of strategic partnership, the AU currently is focusing its activities on three multilateral, of course, that is the Arab League, European Union, and the United Nations. So, and of course the five bilateral like China, India, Japan, South Korea, and Turkey's partnerships. However, The frequency of meetings, scope activities, and meanings of the word strategically vary widely. So, the other issue is, of course, the division of labor between the African Union and the region economic communities that remains unclear. Relations between the African Union and the 8 official recognized region economic communities are based on two principles. These are the subsidiary, where whenever, of course, are possible, the regional level takes the lead, and of course, comparative advantage, where the institutions uh, the institution that is better equipped to deal with the situation. When we look at AU, of course, noted that the division of labor between the union and regional communities was unclear. So this caused duplication of roles and lack of clear boundaries. When we look at, if at all, really, if at all, this, of course, African Union was working along with African leaders and the different African countries to make sure that they, of course, they bind the emerging African countries to believe in at least one ideology as African countries. We couldn't be having Africans within Africa claiming not to be Africans. We have a lot of African countries that claim for them they are purely not Africans. We couldn't be seeing, of course, we couldn't be seeing Afrophobia in of course in Southern Africa and other African countries where fellow Africans of course are segregating their fellow blacks. We couldn't be seeing such cases happening in of course in parts of Africa. Because of that, if at all, of course, African Union is doing something,
Mm.
we're coming actually to that part of the intellectuals that are preaching fake Pan-Africanism within Africa.
Mm.
When I look at the Pan-Africanist leaders,
Mm.
intellectuals
Mm.
um, that I see in Africa, these are people that are preaching things that are totally different from the Pan-Africanism that we really understand, that we actually
We
that
wish to see.
yeah we wish to see in
Mm.
Africa.
Mm.
These are people that are prioritizing some European countries compared to others. So
Mhm.
which kind of Pan-Africanism is that? These are countries that are supporting a part of African countries and they are rejecting, of course, to cooperate with other countries in Africa.
Mm.
We had an incident of course, schools since last year,
Mm.
from 2021, 2020,
Mm.
2020, 2021, up to, of course, up to last year, up to the beginning of last year.
Mm.
That is where I got to understand that we can't find, of course, real Pan-Africanism, or African countries cannot come together. Because I was watching Nigeria, actually, we wouldn't be seeing actually the Sahara Alliance that we saw, that those countries, the Mali, Burkina Faso, and the other form.
Mm.
If at all we had that unity,
Brotherhood.
yeah, within African countries. And we have leaders that are leading, of course, Pan-Africanism. But when you look at the so-called real, with the so-called Pan-Africans that we are having today, the intellectuals, they are preaching things that are irrelevant or things that are past. Let me say that. People normally follow up this, of course, Kenyan professor, that Lumumba guy. But this is a guy that talks about history most of the time. He
Mm.
talks about actually African history, Bazungus, but he doesn't bring out that Pan-Africanism that we need in this 21st century. He doesn't talk about how Africans can, of course, come together to
Mm.
form one unified Africa.
Mm.
The guy doesn't bring out the essence, or he doesn't bring out the ideas of Pan-Africanism that is needed in Africa today.
Mm.
compared to the society that we are having, because things have changed over time.
Mm.
Talking about history is good, but relating history to what we are going through today in Africa is very important.
Mm.
No matter why, we see very many people, of course, talking about things they don't understand,
Mm.
preaching Pan-Africanism which they don't understand, because they will tell you that Professor Lumumba likes or collaborates with Russia,
Mm.
but preaches about Pan-Africanism.
Mm.
Where, yes, actually, we have even Pan-African universities in Kenya. So, where
Don't be so messed up and Africanism, but that's just a name. I die. Usana
I-
wanapenda kuongea kwa Pan-African.
not even Kenyans, even Ugandans. How many Ugandans have you seen preaching about Pan-Africanism? All people want is their, of course, their unified, their confined independence within their countries.
Ndio kama nakwenda wachilinga bana.
Hmm?
Ndio kama nakwenda wachilinga bana. Na eti wali from
We are over 60. We are over 60 billion Ugandans. We are over 60. We are over because
Imagine ubuzibu n'abana abatoye basinga obungi.
because preaching about Pan-Africanism actually doesn't matter about age. If at all these people that, of course, that preached Pan-Africanism earlier preached real things, we could be growing up knowing what Pan-Africanism means. We could be growing up knowing what, of course, Africa, being an African, identifying myself as an African mean. But due to that fake foundation that was laid by these people, we can't find, of course, we can't find, of course, we can't yield fruits in what they are preaching and what they did.
I think there are some. I'm sorry to cut you. Sorry. There are some schools. I don't know the other countries, but then you'll have a patriot clubs.
Clubs.
This would be a very good idea if at all we had the patriot club that would host intellectuals, patriot clubs that would host people who are uplifting. And this is something that I had started way back before I traveled here in Kampala, by the way. I would go with patriot clubs would invite me to have some discussions. But since I want to run in like it. But we would get some grown-ups people around who have been around in some incidences. But I realized that when you talk to young people, they understand and they listen.
And they love to
And
hear.
they love to hear. So there is also another place in Machinje. They had a TV, it's called Africa TV. Yeah, it is here. It is owned by Terankuba. That guy, I used to listen to him until he's not so. He moves to Ghana, where he's not always in a country. But when I went there, my first, like, it was an interview. They took me to a school where I was supposed to talk to the young people in school about Africa and history and all that. But within, I came to realize that there is a guy that they use who was playing that role on that very TV station. For him, he was centering everything, every information he was doing, it was about Buganda. And at times he would even say lies. He would say lies. I don't know what was wrong with that guy. And it was making me so uncomfortable because I cannot sit on a table when I know someone is speaking lies and you're speaking lies to the young people who have trusted you. The guy was exaggerating with a lot of things and saying a lot of lies within the story.
How would you?
And no, and it was like
You know, they exaggerate. Actually, most people that make those lies, they have little information
but why should you
about
lie
the
about
place.
something so educative and informative? So we went to like 3 schools, and first time I thought maybe he just, but I realized it was his
And
nature to make up
due to the fact
these
that these
lies.
little children, not even little children, if someone is ignorant about something, like you're telling like someone who is green about something, he will just accept.
Yeah, at times I would want to argue with him, but it would seem so.
Where am I?
No, that's probably. I was invited. This guy has the shows. Some of them are on YouTube. I will show you. But in fact, when I went there, they were like, "Oh, there is someone you can meet. You just you preach about things that he even understands and stuff." So the lady there was like, happy to see, a lady involving her so many things. I think around their station it was always men doing this. So they called the manager, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'm traveling to Ghana, but you're going, take that lady, just move with her around next time you're going to schools." And so when we went, I spoke as a, and each time we would be speaking, the guy would cut you. Yeah, you haven't even finished, and he stops you, and then he adds on something. I don't know what was wrong with him, really. But in all the things he was speaking, like 75% were not true. Yes, there were things that were good about Africa. I don't know whether it is okay to make lies, to make people. I don't know how that matrix works. But 75 of the things were lies. They even never happened. And he was so confident and exaggerating. And I felt so uncomfortable. So I just went there twice, and the third time I said, I'm not going to. I can't do this. I cannot sit and watch someone fooling people because they're ignorant about something. But the guy is there. He's on even on YouTube at times. He keeps on doing this thing. But I could not. So that's how I left. But we have a lot of people who talk. But now the problem that we have with the desensitization, the education, and the information about Africa or Africa's history is that each time everyone gets little knowledge about it and they tend to exaggerate with it. Now, you cannot listen to Maria's topic and she's talking about something. She exaggerates, she only knows like 2% of what she's saying, and the other 98 are all exaggeration. And the next time you're going to listen to INNOSSETU, he's going to tell you the same story, and he's also exaggerating in his own way. So at times, people are left so confused because most of these things need you to reread, to revise, to understand how these things. That's why for me, I believe mostly in the things that I know have been told throughout centuries. I just don't listen to someone because I don't listen to someone on Facebook talk about things. This is how we have had a lot of African people being disorganized mentally. There is something which is obvious that you don't need to argue about. Probably there is when people talk about the women hair and all that. This is something that is obvious. I don't need even to question that. But at times there are a lot of things that people be talking, and you find that there are a lot of people who are very, disorganized. Now, how? And at times someone is debating with you and they say, check Google, go to Google. Google does not have Africa's history. Now, this is a problem the majority of the people have. Google does not have Africa's history. This is something that everyone is going to deny with. If Google had Africa's history, we would have this history in school. We would have books that are telling us about this. Google does not have African history. Someone's going to say, No, you can go, Maria. You're denying this story. Just go and check up. You're telling me about me things. You're talking to me about things even you don't know. It's like, and then you find some Africans, more especially this the Hebrew Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Ah,
Yahoo.
me, I don't care. Africans be talking about both that's in, in the US and that's in Africa. We're talking about religion is bullshit and stuff, and they believe the only religion is Hebrew.
Yahoo.
Yeah, Yahweh is, because somebody told me Yahweh is coming in 2023. And somebody else told me Yahweh is, Yahweh was supposed to come in 2023. So it's like, Maria, you shouldn't go to school, you're wasting your time. 2023, Yahweh is coming to Georgia. And I'm looking at this black American man, and I'm like, bro, are you serious? So I was supposed to believe because he's a black American and I'm not, I'm an African woman, so I have to believe stupidly. But Yahweh, I don't know. Yahweh.
Or the English of Jehovah.
Ah,
And
Oba mu
it's-
Jehovah Witness.
Uh,
But they
you
say
can-
Hebrew.
the,
No, for them they say they're
the,
Hebrew.
the peculiar, special, honorable, and most blessed name of God, and other English from the Jehovah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
This was in by Chikola Gamma 50.
Yeah.
So I get to listen to
Maria,
word.
is Jesus the Baba. You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be listening to crazy motherfuckers telling you the world's gonna end in 2023.
Yahweh.
Y'all, this the crazy American Hebrew niggas. You supposed to say, okay, you crazy bastard. Keep it going.
You know, at times I listen because you have but and somebody says that because I've
If you're gonna be honest, you must say, hey, the lady ever tell you that you must say, hey lady, you're crazy as cat shit.
someone told me that Africans were the first people who sinned.
Yeah,
We
because he
are the
Christ.
sinners.
That's the most.
We are the
That's the most.
sinners.
That's the most. Yeah, that's the most stupid shit. You know that old
And why
dumbass
and
shit.
why and why we have Africans being taken as slaves is because God is paying. This is a black
Yeah,
man telling you this bullshit story.
of
Right?
course. Yeah, and
So
not that the white man's evil and he fucked up. No, use your fault. You're sinned. You niggas were sinned by God. What stupid ass God is going to fucking decide to put you into brutality? People raping, beating, killing you, setting you on fire, doing all kind of. What kind of fucked up God is this?
this is the confusion that a lot of black people have.
It is
We have other
on
group.
purpose.
We have got that other group of people. For us, we are black, but we are definitely not Africans. We
Yeah.
existed, all that kind of story. We did not come from Africa. You check our DNA and all that stories, and
And
we
it
are
take
not.
take the DNA joke. Maria goes right back to Africa. Take the DNA. So take that DNA, Maria. It goes right back to Africa. I told you when they come on to me, I always destroy their ass. Check the DNA, Maria. It always goes back to Africa. Because most of these motherfuckers you're dealing with is ghetto knuckleheads, morons. Don't listen to motherfuckers that got YouTube channels. Maria, if you want to do something, say always take them to the genealogy of the human tree, the human family tree, right?
Mm.
Always starts in Africa. Again, man, no matter what they say, the DNA this, the blah, 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 fuck all that. Let's go to the genealogy. Let's go to the beginning of the humanity's tree, the genetic tree. Always starts in Africa. Don't start nowhere else. They get mad. Well, I was over here. Well, if he was over here, he still came from Africa, motherfucker, because the beginning of this fucking tree is in
Mm.
Africa. It's in
Mm.
Africa, stupid. Isn't now you see this? This is the genealogy. This is a fact. This is science. I don't give a fuck how fucked up feelings you do. You're a Hebrew. You're a Moorish, Islamic nigga. All you could be religious niggas, you're something else. But African, you say the Moors, you're Asiatic African. I'm an Asiatic black man. We didn't start in Africa. We started in Asia. What? What? Hey, moron.
are speaking with so much anger, like they don't want to be associated with
They mad with Africa because Africa's and made poor. Nobody wants to associate being African, because that's the idiots. They don't know anything about real African history, so they don't want to be associated with Africa. And they can't show you shit they built here. You can't show me no civilization that these pretendians, I call them pretendians, these pretendian niggas, what they built in America. You can't show me shit. Yeah, the white man that lied and did this. My name is Hiawatha Smith. Okay, Hiawatha Smith. What's your language? I don't know. The white man took it away from me. It still should have some resemblance of it. Where's the language you spoke, God damn it? Since you was a Native American here, give me some of the language that you spoke. And can't none of these motherfuckers give you no language. I'm indigenous, I'm not African, and then we say the DNA. I don't believe in that DNA shit anyway. The white man controlled the DNA. Okay, white man control the DNA. Okay, then how am I verify that you a fucking Native American then? Okay. You don't want to do DNA. You don't want to use history. You don't want to use genealogy. You just want to come up with your crazy ass talking point. I'm not African. I'm taking a DNA test. I'm not doing that. That shit's the white man. Because you know why? Because the DNA puts your ass right back in Africa. Like, oh shit. The DNA say I'm African, nigga. That's right. DNA test. That's why Marie, all these pretending Negroes, they never want to take a DNA test because it takes them right back to Africa. That's the white man's lie. The white man be lying about that shit. White man lie. You can't believe in the white man, brother. We been lied to. We was already here. So you think it was an intricate scam about slavery from America from African America? You think that was all made up? Yeah, brother, it's all made up. So when I show you the actual people, because they actually took also kings, and their stories are heavily documented. Like I told the king of Guinea, he was enslaved because it wasn't supposed to be him getting enslaved, but they took him. He was a prince at that time. Well, very well educated. Look this up for me real quick. Seto. Look this up real quick. Say the African prince of Mississippi. Say the real African prince of Mississippi. And Mississippi is spelled Mississippi. 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 It's a crazy one. You say the African prince of Mississippi. So when I tell you real stories about this prince who was taken into slavery for 40 years, it should pop. And his descendants are in Africa and America, and they met each other. And I tell you that story. Oh, that's the white man making that up. Hey, what? The white man. You see it? You see it? You see it, Santo?
Yeah.
So it should say his name. So this was an African prince who was going on a raid. He was doing a raiding party.
Rahman.
Yeah, Rahman, that's him. So, but I got a bunch of them. That's not just one. I mean, that's just one. But there's a bunch of them I can name. The stories from because it wasn't on Nigeria yet. From that area, I can name like 5 or 6 of them. That are known. Their stories are well known, right? So these morons can say the African slave trade never happened, brother. That's made up by the white man. I said, it is, moron. I know you're a ghetto I know you're a ghetto scholar. I know you're a ghetto scholar and a ghetto knucklehead, but I've been to Africa. I've talked to people. These stories are real, stupid. I know you never been nowhere. You don't got a passport. You're just saying stupid shit on the internet because most of you are morons. So his story is he was going out to yeah, that's him. That's exactly that's him. He was going out to do something. He was captured by another tribe. But he wasn't supposed to be captured. He tried to tell me, hey, I'm a prince. You know, I'm a prince, goddamn. They say, shut up, nigga. Yeah, you're a prince. Get on this goddamn boat. Shut the fuck up, right? So, this story, so they took him to Mississippi. This lets you know, guys, Africa, they don't bring you no solutions. When he gets to Mississippi, he's like, damn, this place is backward, and these white people are illiterate. Yes, because they were stupid, most of them. So he said, remember, at that time, America didn't have really big cities yet. He said, this is all wilderness, this is all fucked up. This place is underdeveloped. That's what he's saying, this place is underdeveloped. And so the people that bought me said, oh, I'm a prince, they laughed. A prince, so they just called. So they made that his nickname, Prince. They didn't believe he was a real prince. He said, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm a prince. From whatever, I forgot the name of the kingdom. So anyway, the white people didn't know how to farm. This is what you gotta learn, Africans. You taught them everything. So in slavery, they end up in Mississippi, a place called Natchez, Mississippi. The white people, it's still a wilderness yet. It wasn't the best of wilderness. He gets there, he's looking around, he said, damn. And so the white people that bought him, they didn't even know how to farm. So learn how to grow cotton. He showed them how to grow cotton and shit. How to farm. He said, wow, you're really smart. And so at that time, Osmond spoke 4 different languages. Arabic, English, and some other shit. Tribal language, some other shit. But a white man couldn't even read or write. So at that time, as fate has it, one of the white men that had visited his kingdom showed up in Natchez. He told one of the other slaves, hey, I know that guy. Another slave, shut up, you don't know no white man. Be quiet or you get us beat. He told Isaac, shut up or you get us whipped. He said, no, I want you to go over and ask that white man to come over here and see if he knows me. So he went over and tapped the white man and said, this man over here say he knows you. The white man said, I don't know any slaves, right? He said, but come, please come. So he came over and the white man said, oh my God, Osmond, is that you? Yes, it's me. Oh, how did you get enslaved? How long you been here? At that time, he had been an American slave for 10 years. I've been slave for 10 years. He said, and so the white man went and told his master, this man's a real prince of a... He said, I'll buy him from you. He said, no, you're not buying my nigga. He's a nigga. He's my nigga. And he ain't buying shit. He said, but he's a real prince. So that white man tried to buy him until he died his whole life. So he never would sell him. So he was a slave for 40 years. So when the white man died, he said, I'm going to let you go. But not, because remember, before he left, he was married and had kids in Africa who never seen him again. He was married and had children in Africa. When he got to America as a slave, of course, he made a new family, had a wife, and a bunch of kids. He had like 10 kids. And so when the white man died, he said, listen here, I'm going to let your black ass go back to Africa, but your kids stay enslaved by me. Now you can stay and die, or you can go back to Africa, but your kids are mine, and they will not leave the plantation. And so I'll let your wife go. So they talked him back over. His kid said, Dad, go. You've talked about Africa all this time. We've never seen Africa, Dad. You go and go. We're going to be all right. He said, but I will let you take your wife with you. He said, and this is what he said, that old bitch is old. She can't put no more labor in, so she's no more used to me anyway. So He goes up to Boston. So the gets in the street, goes up to Boston. He tries to buy back his kids in Mississippi. And the white man said, I told that nigga Prince, I don't sell his kids. His kids are my property. And I will not sell them to his ass. So after a year trying to buy back his kids, he knew it was hopeless. So he sailed back to Africa. Him and his African American wife. They made it to Liberia, and sadly enough, 3 weeks him getting to Africa, he died. But his wife, he was able to tell his wife about his people up in Guinea, and she was able to go up to Guinea and reconnect with it because they were still controlling that area before it got colonized, before they came and colonized the shit. So the family in Africa and the family in America got to know each other. They were cousins. His family in Africa and his family in America. So when you tell motherfucker that real history, Maria, oh, no, that's the white man making shit up. How's he making shit up? How's he making shit up? And those Africans still exist in Africa, and the African Americans still exist in America. How's that made up? That's real. Slavery was real, you morons. Slave ships took Africans from Africa, you idiots. So I don't ever pay no attention to these idiots. You and your group. Because you got the ones that, because the Hebrew motherfuckers, they got slavery. Those Israelite motherfuckers, they can say, yeah, we was in Africa, they took us on a slave ship, and that's in the Bible, and that's us, and we're the real Hebrews. so them, they gotta admit to slavery, because that's part of their goofy religious story. The other ones are pretending. They got African Americans identity so fucked up. They don't know what they are. That's such a shame for Africa because it's been enslaved and impoverished. They don't go back to the glory. They don't know nothing about the glory. Just that one story there tells you about the glory, because when Rockman got to Mississippi, he said these people are backward, they're poor, and they are illiterate. He said, I'm being owned by an illiterate. And then he tried to escape. He escaped, but he didn't know where the fuck to go. He escaped into the damn woods. He's like, God damn. I gotta know where the fuck do I go? Because the whole country's white people. They're gonna turn me back in. He know to go west because the white people, they control all the way west yet. He should have kept going west, but he probably didn't know where that was at. And so he came back to the white man and said, listen there, I'll work for you. Fuck it, I'll show you how to do shit. And Rockman made them people millionaires. And that cotton practice became the cotton practice from an African, not by no white man. It was the knowledge of the African making this no good these white people rich who didn't know how to do shit and were illiterate. And when he found out, because they let him go in town, and this guy had a book, he's like, oh man, I don't know what this is, I'm not reading this. And it was Arabic. And so Osmond said, let me see the book, sir. He started reading it. He said, you know what this says? He said, yes, it's the language of my home. I know how to read 5 languages. And the white man was all fucked up. He was the editor of a newspaper. He was the editor. He said, what? You read 5 languages? Yeah, I read 5 languages. He's like, what? And that editor said, you must be some kind of special nigga. He said, no, most of my people read different languages. I come from a real educated people. But he got to be polite because he's a slave. He said, we come from a real educated people. Yeah, I know he was a you motherfuckers are the ones that can't read, don't know how to wash your own ass. Remember this before they colonized Africa. So at first the guy was a spring, said, can you write a letter to I want you to write a letter and send it to Africa for me. And so the white editor was intrigued and was doing it. Because white people always fucked up. That white man started getting jealous that the slave knew more than him and knew more about the world than he did. So he stopped helping them because he was upset. Because these white people, their fake history make you believe that they were better than Africa. They've always been underneath us. Always. It's only the last 20 years since they colonized Africa and made Africans ignorant that Africans believe all kind of stupid shit. That this white man has been better than you. White man's always been under the African. Always. And so the white man got upset and stopped sending his letters to Africa for him. So obviously Africa had some way of getting letters from America because he's writing back and forth to his family and let them know he was enslaved. So when Seto pulls that up, that's real history. That most motherfuckers in America don't have no idea about. They never taught you none of your schools about none of these people. Nothing. That this African man came over here as a slave and taught the white man how to make cotton and farm. White man don't ever want to tell you that because he wants to feel superior. All the knowledge they got came from African people. And now when they got control of Africa, now they turn the African into a moron and a nutty religion. They turn the African into a moron and over religious. Man, Rahman was a brilliant African come up to America and being owned by a bunch of morons, white idiots. He said, "Wow, these people are backward and stupid." I love it. These people are backward and stupid. And the Africans said about the white people that now own him because they were illiterate. They couldn't even read and write. Said these people are backward and stupid. They don't know how to farm. And now I'm owned by these fucking people. You imagine him having to go through the first 10 years of being owned by idiots. He's their property. Man, you know, that must have been hard as hell. Been a bit slave for 40 years. And he tried to buy his children back, and that white man would not let his children go. See, I'll let you go, nigga. Your children will never leave. They're always gonna be my slaves and my children's slaves. So luckily, his children understand and let him go. Said, "It's okay, Dad. We're gonna be all right. Go back home to Africa. Go back home." The man died 3 weeks. He made it back to Africa and died 3 weeks after getting back. 3 weeks, he died. So that's real history. White man not gonna teach you that. There's like no school books. They actually ain't in no American school book. They gonna tell you that they kidnapped some nigga and he helped them out to make them millions of dollars. I tell you lies. We knew how to farm and we helped black people how to farm, which is a fucking lie. So shout out to him. And those families still exist. They still see each other. One in Africa and the one he had in America. Remember, he had 10 kids he left in America. So the family, so that lineage is huge now today. And the family he left when he got enslaved. They know each other. They're families. That's real history, not some made up shit you talking about. We're not Africans. Okay, all right. I don't even argue with them motherfuckers. You argue with me. I'll argue with morons, Maria. Arguing with morons. I'm allergic to arguing with morons. I'm allergic to that.
And the most disappointing part is they are grown up. They are grown up. Their heads should be carrying knowledge. It's
Well,
okay for people to act stupid, but there is a certain age when you feel disappointed when you hear a grown-up person really.
they
Hmm.
don't want they don't want to go search. They want to destroy their made up narrative. They got a certain narrative, and they don't want to go and seek now and destroy their paradigm, their narrative. You should always first thing instead of being into an ideology, your ideology should be to seek truth. You have no set ideology. You only go where truth leads you, not any
Mm,
ideology. I only go where truth leads me. Now, oh, I'm
mm,
going to be this, I'm all I'm going to be. No, I'm going to go where the truth tells me to go at, God damn it.
mm.
I'm not going to follow no ideology. Trying to get out and leave that Christian Islam shit alone. I'm not gonna follow stupid shit, and I find that's a lie because I'm seeking knowledge. I gotta throw shit away if it ain't the truth. Can't tell me Africans wasn't enslaved. That's a fact. Tell me Africans didn't go on boats to America. That's a fact. Talking your crazy shit to me. Just come my chat room. Nah, man, brother, we was all with nobody coming on slave boats. That's the white man's lie. I said, listen, you have a child like mine, and you are a moron. So, if you don't want me to give this work, leave my chat room. You're an idiot. Okay? If you can't see the languages that's still spoken in America, go back to Africa, you're a moron. Do this for me again, Seto. Say, say the Geechee, and really the Gullah Geechee that live on the coast. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Just say the Geechee, because they create their own kingdom over there. Say, how do you spell Geechee? Is it Geechie? Geechee? Geechee? So, okay, say,
E.
is it, I think it's Geechee,
Yeah, G E E
Geechee.
C H E E.
Okay, say Geechee Kingdom in the Carolinas. I don't know if it's in North Carolina or South Carolina. It might be in South Carolina. I don't know where the fuck it's at. It's on the coast somewhere out there. Now, their language can be traced right back to Africa.
Oh, all right.
Okay? And you can explain that. You see it?
The beach what?
You spell the word
Ge-
Gichi because
Say, say Geechee Kingdom. And in 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 the Carolinas. Say in the Carolinas. I don't know if it's in North Carolina or South Carolina. Say in the Carolinas. Carolina be Carolina, Carolina, in the Carolinas. Put an S, apostrophe S. Geechee Kingdom in the Carolinas. Now, there's another group of Africans. They won't even fuck with you. Unless you Geechee, these African Americans, they won't even fuck with you unless you're part of their culture. They won't even fuck with other African Americans unless you're part of their culture. And then letters go straight back to Africa. They know that for a fact because they still practice the same language of the Mandinka people. For Mali, motherfucker. They still practice the Mandinka language. For Mali. Linguistically, that's a fact. That's been proven as a fact. You tell me, oh, you didn't come from Africa. You see anything? They didn't pull up. They didn't pull up.
yeah,
Said,
yeah. They say that the Gula Gichu people are descendants of the Africans who were enslaved on the rice,
yeah,
indigo, and island cotton plantations of the lower Atlantic coast.
exactly. Cotton and
Many
rice.
of these,
The Europeans didn't know how to make rice. So once again, the African came over
mm,
and did rice production for this backward bastard and made millions of dollars for the white man. Go ahead, Marie. You can read. Go ahead. Oh, I think they paused. Uh-oh.
I don't know. Your network is
Oh, I paused. Okay, go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead. You back?
okay. So, the I think that their unique culture, deeply rooted in African retentions, is visible in their distinctive arts, crafts, foodways, music, and language. Speaking Gulagichi.
That's right. The language. Go back to Africa. They won't even fuck with you unless you're part of their community. I can't go into the Geechee Gullah community. They say, hey, are you Geechee Gullah? I said, no. They said, get your black ass out of there. Okay.
So this is the visible evidence of
I
slavery
know. That's what I'm
and
saying.
how
Yes.
people still deny this. Then it
That's why you don't. That's why you don't argue with morons.
yeah. We Americans, we Black Americans, we are not Africans. We have nothing to do with being Africans. A lot of people be taking this so all right, fine. And you know, we've been here even before Africa. We've been here, but so
But that's when you just Maria. That's when you smile like same. You know when a child is talking crazy, Maria, you smile at a child. You don't get mad. You smile. Say, uh-huh. You say okay. You say okay. Walk away. You treat them like a child, Maria. Stupid. You don't
this is very
you say
thing I
okay.
just
Okay, you did. Okay, you wasn't in Africa. You're not okay. It's not. It's just that you look like African people, but you're not. Okay, okay. You just smile to say, "Wow, this motherfucker crazy." Walk away. You don't argue with retarded people, Maria. You don't argue with retarded. You don't argue with retarded people. They give you a headache. I don't even know damn retarded people, but you got. And that's why I get all around America. When they go right back.
there was network. There was this. I don't know. Keith's network is a little bit in. Being interrupted every minute. I don't know whether you are in bird network. But there is this group I came across. Usually I love to join groups that are created by Africans, and at times I join these groups only to realize they are Black
I'm
American
back.
groups. Most of
Okay,
the
I'm
time.
back.
So
Go
I
ahead.
came. Yeah, I can see your back. I came across this group, and a lady had posted. But this group usually talks about hairstyles and how you can manage your natural hair and all that. So she had posted there is a way Africans before the electricity and all this, there is a way they used to naturally comb their hair with the hot combs.
Okay.
They would put something in a fire and then they comb their hair to make it, to
Yeah,
remove
straight.
the clothings,
Yeah.
straighten it and do all that stuff. But they would use this in a natural way. And this was not only in Africa, but it was also seen during the days of slavery,
Yeah.
where Black American women were doing it, right? So this
Yeah.
woman put a caption on this video, and she's a Black American woman, and she said, "Do you see how Africans kill the lice in their hair?"
Africans
And
don't
so
have any lights in their head. That's how you know she's stupid. Was she a black American? She's a black
she
American. That's how
yeah, she was.
you
So this
argue with.
group is
How you gonna say Africans kill the lights there and they got the same hair as you moron? See, that's how you argue. I can't argue with stupidity, Maria. Yes, you. I can't argue with dumb people.
I went through their comments, and a lot of African American women were like, "Oh my God, how can they be having lies? How are you gonna
No, they
tell
don't.
lies?"
See how they believe that? Without if it's, I told you, white people made black people stupid all over the world, Maria. You're talking about morons. You don't know Africans don't get lice you more? You are an idiot.
So I asked, like, do you think that the African hair is different from your texture or
Uh,
from your type of hair? And they were like, we are, but the difference is that we don't live in the bush. And you people living in the bush is the reason why you
what?
have lice. I've never been
That,
seen how
that,
to explain,
that stupid
really.
ass. What Africans are living in the bush? Y'all ignorant. You're living in the bush. What are you talking about? And that's what the white man has taught them, Maria, in the schools. The white man taught them that shit in our schools. That Africans are in the jungle, running around naked, playing with their own asshole. They were taught that shit. Instead of
Mm,
going to research and say, nah, that sounds stupid and grow up. They've adopted
mm.
that nonsense. So I don't argue with morons.
So I was like, I said, like, really? So when I said that's not lies, they're trying to, of course, comb their hair. They're trying to straighten the hair with the heat. And all the Black American women were coming on, tripping on my comment, like, you are defending them because they're your people and all that. You don't want to say the truth. And I said,
That's
so
it.
I looked at it. I
It's-
knew.
that's, see, you should know right there. You in a damn thing. You probably in a Facebook group with all the dumb motherfuckers there too. Um, you're in there with a bunch of dummies, Maria, who can't tell you nothing because they're all broken, fucked up, don't got a passport, and never been nowhere to know shit. They just regurgitate some shit somebody else said. They keep trying to defend the shit because they're all stupid.
Mm,
You try like man, I've been kicked out of Facebook groups for African Americans. Hey, this you motherfuckers are morons. You don't know nothing. Half you motherfuckers ain't never been out your block, been out your neighborhood. You're stupid as shit. And don't try to argue no American African history with me or no African history with me. Because that's when I rip you motherfuckers apart. Then you get mad and want to block me. Talking that stupid shit to me, it hurts your feelings. Yeah, I mean, it hurts your feelings. Tell me about no African, have no life. Africans have no damn life. You out your fucking mind?
So a lot of them were pissed against. I ended up being blocked for speaking the
See?
truth. And
Exactly.
they
See?
don't.
Exactly. Tell me you be blocked. So where I be blocked. They'll block you. That's right. Because you make them feel a certain type of way. Because they're idiots. You know, people know the truth. The truth is not because they know they're morons and the argument doesn't have any facts to stand on. Idiots do. I'm gonna
Mhm.
block you. You make me upset. So I want to believe what I want to believe. To them, it's a belief and not any facts. I don't want to believe shit. I want to know. So now, if you were the geeky girl community, they would told
Mhm. Yeah, there are lots of actually, and social media at times it's very toxic. When you are
you it's on purpose. Yes.
when you're an emotional person and you come across this kind of ignorant people at times.
But
All
As Africans, we all are emotional. That's our nature. We're emotional people. As African people, that's why it's easy to divide us. We are an emotional people. So sometimes, think logically. Somebody saying something. If somebody says something bad about the African community, it's African, they'll get mad. Somebody says something about the damn African community, you'll get mad because we are emotional people, and we don't know you're still the same people, and so you'll start getting upset. I don't let none of that shit bother me with nobody says. Oh, the Africans hate you, but they don't hate me when I'm in Africa, so I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
yeah, yeah.
So I, so I don't get I don't get caught up in that. It's like with some African to come on there. You know, you African Americans ain't shit. We can't stand you. I said, well, other Africans like me, so guess you this one. Guess you the one that don't like me. So what? You know, I don't get all emotional. So
Mm.
African people, we are an emotional people. And I should let you know you're the same people. African people are emotional. I don't care where you find us. Brazil, Uganda, fucking America, Canada, Jamaica. We are an emotional people.
Mm.
That's what makes it so funny. Me being around the world, I know that African people are emotional people. We're not all
Mm.
still like white people. White people all unfeeling, all unemotional, all like they got a stick in their ass. Black people, we feel, we're rhythmic, we're an emotional people. That's why we can have diaspora wars and hate on each other because we're emotional. Somebody says some fucked up shit about you, you get mad. You say some fucked up shit about them, they get mad. It don't bother
Yeah.
me what the fuck you say. Because
Mhm. Okay,
everywhere I
Jason.
go, I spread
Let,
love.
let me
Go
let
ahead.
me give you a comment from Jason Hill. He said they give us all the information when we fail, but the information about when we were gods, they keep. Okay, we all had the doctrination and colonialism history. That's why we
Exactly.
come to this illusion.
That's true.
Uh, yeah, that's a comment from Justin Hill. Thank you for that comment, and I do agree with you for sure.
And a lot of this stuff on the internet, I
Mm,
believe it's psyops. A lot of stuff I believe it's the government. It's like 'cause
mm,
all of a sudden, African Americans started to know each other through the internet. They started this I'm not African shit and hate each other. That lets me know that's a psyop. The government is
mm,
behind that shit. It's a psyop because all of a sudden, African people starting to get closer. Now they want to divide and conquer like they always do. And so,
mm.
so they tell these Africans, hey man, you're not an African. These are all lies. And, yeah, man. White man been lying about this shit. Don't get on a boat. How you gonna get on a boat? Come over here. What are you talking about, moron? They did that. And if I show you the story, I just told Maria and them. But that's just one. I can show you a guy that was a Nigerian prince. I can show you all these people that came over to America on boats as slaves. The Nigerian guy, he never made it back to Nigeria, his kingdom. He died in America. He never made it back. But what he did was become a freedom fighter in America, freeing other slaves. This cat, which would be considered Nigeria today, wasn't called Nigeria then. I think it's from the Oya Kingdom, or I think it's from the Yoruba Kingdom. I think it was the Oya Kingdom. But there's a bunch of stories I can give you of these people that are factual in history. And you look at that and you say, oh, no, that's the white man. Okay, did the white man make these different families on different parts of the coast? Because some in Africa, some in America, they're actually family. They ain't called a white man. White man, when you make us family, they exist. These people are real. You moron. Shit. Talking your dumbass talking points. You can't see. The only problem with the internet, everybody can say shit that don't know shit, Maria. Doesn't make sense. Anybody that don't know shit can say shit. And since
Yeah.
African Americans can afford the internet more than Africans can, they can give this through crazy. Most of them dumb as shit, dropped out of school, don't know shit. They say all kind of wacko shit. You know, when no slave trade, it's a white man, and my DNA takes me back to being a red man on a mountain in Tennessee. Like what? What are you talking about? It's talking crazy shit.
All right.
Ah
Allow
man,
me,
DNA
allow
testing.
me to comment from Jason. Jason says that we become emotionally when we become human. He also goes ahead and says Black Americans still think they are $5 Indians. I don't know what to
Yeah.
say about that. Yeah, I've had a lot of them thinking they are Indians, really. we are Indians and all that. We are the the original people. We are the Indians.
How the
We are
white man,
here.
the white man takes over culture. All right, still like I got most of white people in America saying they were the original Indians here, Maria. They're all Indians, $5 Indians, because they paid $5 to get themselves on what they call the Indian robes. They classify themselves as an Indian. They paid $5. So now you're looking at Indian as a complete European. So we'll call them a $5 Indian. It's a $5 Indian. And they say, yeah, I'm an Indian. Same way they did in South Africa, go still. I'm an Afrikaner. I'm Afrikaner. No, motherfucker. You're from the Netherlands. You're Dutch. You're not an Afrikaner. Or like they did in Australia, saying that they're Aborigine. I mean, the whitest white man say he's an Aborigine. Like, what? Ain't no motherfucking Aborigine. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's what they do. That's like now all the Jews are now white. They're now white. When they left that part of Africa, they were all black. They left there black and came back white. As the president of Egypt said, so I can never accept these white folks being no Jews. Because you know where they left there black and came back white. And now when you look that up, they said that's not a conspiracy theory that NASA said. Everybody knows NASA said that. Now when you get on Google and say, oh, it's a conspiracy theory that NASA said that because those people own all the internet who claim to be Jews. He said, no, it can never be no peace. The Hebrews left here black and came back white. Do me a favor. I'm about do me a favor, said they'll put it up, say President Nasser, that's Nassir, President Nasser, Nassir of Egypt, says the Jews left here black and came back white.
You said what?
President Nasser.
President Nasser. It's Nassir or is it Nassar?
Yeah. Say the word.
President Nasser of Egypt says the Jews left here black and came back white. He says why there be no peace with these people because they're phoning their line. That the Jews left here black and came back white. But now that that's a conspiracy, not a conspiracy theory, he said it because he knows history. These white people were never there, 2,000 years ago. Those are all African lands. You find anything, Seto?
Yeah, I'm saying.
It's a conspiracy theory now.
Gamal Abdel Nasser, the second president of Egypt in 1950, made a controversial statement about European Jews.
They tell the truth. That's right. So he made controversy. He told the truth. It wasn't controversy. That they left here black, Maria.
He asserted that they had left black and returned white and referred to them as imposters who would never find peace.
So they still are. They steal your identity, Maria. The identity thieves.
Like Detroit.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
I'm going out. The identity thieves, Maria. They're not the. They said we're the people of God. No, we're the children of God. No, you're not. You're not. You know your Bible story is a lie, but you're not even those people. Those people were black, Africans. But it's controversial to tell it's controversial to tell the truth. They steal your identity. They're now the Indians, they're the Afrikaans in South Africa, they're the Jews.
Nasir was a smart man.
Nasser Abdul.
I heard this history. And and left here black and came back white.
babeera mu cave ne balwayo obutafu
Because those white people, they call themselves Jews today, they converted to a religion in the eighth and ninth century. They converted to that religion. They wanted to be that religion, fine. But you're not the original people of the religion. Those original people are blacks. That's just the fact of history. But they've taken that history out. Those black people, you got black people in Africa today screaming about them white people being Jews. Oh, they the children of God. Hey, moron. You don't know any history. Shut up. Them singing in these goofy churches, talking about those people are the people of God. They're the Jews of God. I support them. La 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 la. Oh man, you Africans are so fucked up in their head. They're not. That's why they kept history away from you. Those are true Jews are you. You're the Africans. Now a lot of you converted to Islam later on. Because when you got invaded, a lot of them ended up in Uganda, Kenya, all the way over in what they call Nigeria, some down in Zimbabwe. They just kept going and stopped wherever they wanted to stop at. Those are the real Jews, the African. Yeah, those are the true people. So when the African doesn't know that, hello? Hey, we at the house? You at home?
Jackson
You
said they're
guys,
putting
you guys lights off? Still back on? The lights come back on. You guys lights on? I'm saying at your house. Where you at? Are the lights on where you're at, Christina? Are your lights on at home? Yes, I'm saying, yeah, I'm in a bad area. This is Christine from the office, guys. Are your lights on? Are your lights on at home? Okay. Yeah, Maria said that the lights went off at the studio. So, I'm on the show with Maria and them from Uganda. So what's up, Christine? What it say? Oh, bad area. You going out? You text me what? You want to get paid early? The answer is hell no. There's no early pay. Well, go ahead. What do you want to ask? I'm in a bad area. Go ahead, Christine. You better say it quick because I'm in a bad area. Can you hear me? Go ahead. What you want to say? Yeah. Yeah, give me a minute. I'll send it to you. Uh-huh. You'll get absolutely nothing. God damn it. You wait to payday like everybody else. Think you're fucking special? I'm joking. I'm already hung up. You guys, I'm joking, Maria. Oh, shit. Damn, it's a lot of goddamn traffic out here, man. Everybody wants to go to the beach to Florida. This shit's crazy. Shit.
Your reception today is so messed up.
What you say, Maria?
Your reception is messed up today.
Yeah, I'm in a bad area.
Mm.
I'm in the South. They don't got good reception there. I'm in Alabama, so my reception. I'm driving. It's in a bad area.
Mm-hmm. Have you also heard about the Kenyans giving Ruto 2 days, 48 hours ultimatum? That is, they want him to step down.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the funny thing about it, shout out to the Ugandans I've seen on TikTok said we want to. You Kenyans keep going. We tried to get Museveni out, but we had too much tribal shit. Hey, Ugandans, stop your tribal shit and unite, and you get rid of Museveni stupid ass. That's all I keep hearing on damn TikTok. We're so proud of you, all these Ugandans. We tried to get Museveni out. We tried so hard, but we couldn't come together. That's why you didn't do it. That's why you didn't do it. Learn from Kenya. Learn from Kenya.
No, but
Learn
that's
from
why.
Kenya.
Let me just you.
Go ahead.
During
That,
Ruto's campaigns,
okay.
politics is indeed a game, and during Ruto's campaigns, a Bobby
Uh-huh.
man left Uganda to go and support. Uh,
Ruto. Ruto.
supported, yeah, he supported Ruto, and then there was another young guy that he was supporting. And now this time, he was, condemning.
Yeah. You're a puppy. You're stabbing. You should know from the beginning. Ruto's always been a bad guy. Always.
He was condemning the same person he was asking to be voted.
Exactly. Ruto had killed Kenyans in a church, burnt them alive. They knew that, and the Hague, him and Uhuru was responsible for killing a bunch of people in 2007, and they were taken to the ICC. But that's how they got off, because they knew they were gonna make them two immoral bastards future puppets. Uhuru first, and then Ruto. Now Ruto's completely trying to sell the country out to the IMF because he's supposed to be locked up in the Hague for murder. And shout out to all the Kenyans bringing out them old tweets and the people talking about 10 years ago. How's this man not in prison right now?
Mm.
So, yeah, he lost the legitimacy to rule. So you lost consent. You lost consent. So there's no damn presidency for you. You're gonna. He's always. I told Jovi. I said this is the beginning of the end. When he shot innocent damn men, women, and children, you openly see you live in there are no democracies in Africa. You're seeing you don't have a democracy. Because if I'm peaceful protesting, why am I getting shot? Why am I getting murdered? And yesterday people got murdered again. So this is the beginning of the end. He's already resigned. He just doesn't know it yet. And those other African puppets are scared as shit. Because once people lose their fear and lose that tribalism shit, the youth win.
Mm.
Youth are not all scared and shit.
Huh.
The youth know too much. Too much information. You can't get with that fake Jesus religion, that fake Allah shit. As the Kenyan said, we don't want to hear nothing about no religion. We don't hear none of that shit. We don't care what no church bastard says. That's right. Or no imam. Fucking imam and fucking preacher. That's why they went to the churches Sunday. Those kids went to the churches Sunday and shut down the churches. Damn right. Shout out to the children. So they went and shut them churches down. I got no respect. So they show Africans everywhere. So I think Ghana's next. I told people, I said, I think Ghana's going to be next. Because Ghana is on that same eve of anger as Kenya. They want to get rid of that big fat Copia Dada Doodoo ass so bad. That puppet ass Negro, they want to get rid of his ass.
Hmm.
So I think the next one is gonna be Ghana. We shall see. Gonna be Ghana. And they gonna get Kopi Annan Dada Doodoo. Don't tell his fat ass to get out. Don't tell
You
his
know
fat
what?
ass. What you say, Maria?
No, what did you mean?
You know I don't know his damn name. Kopi Annan Dada Doodoo. What the fuck his goofy name is?
Let me read a comment from Jason. Jason says that a lot of folks saying this sunlight is burning them. Not me ever. Since that eclipse, many things been changing, especially for personalities and the ocean. They say same, you know. Some big woke up, I guess. Yeah. He says that the age of Aquarius is not playing. He wonders if Black Americans will reunite, and he wonders how it's gonna happen. So I guess that was for you, Keith. Yeah. Are you there? Ate ekyo kigayi tekijja ng'oluddu taliiwo. Ava ku mulamu ono bw'aba ayogera ku biri ye ateeka ku biri. Keith, I guess Jason Hills wants you to respond to
I
his
don't know what he said.
post.
I broke up. You guys, I broke up. What did he say? I was gone. I'm in a bad. Say it again.
He said that a lot of folks saying this sunlight is burning them, and he says, but not for him. He also says that ever since the eclipse, many things have been changing, especially folks' personalities and the ocean. They
I broke
say,
up again. I can't nothing.
and he also
I'm in
says
a
that
bad area.
he wonders if Black Americans will unite. He also wonders if that is possible. How will they unite? Oh.
I can't hear shit.
Emitwalo 13 etya. Emitwalo 13 etya. 130. Oba mmanja amazzi. Nze mmanyi amazzi. Ensiku zange zonna nzirina. Nze mmanyi omulundi gwa ssaamu wamu.
Michelle says that hello everyone. Keith, did you watch the debate? That is from Michelle.
Ono omusajja abala ndowooza okuva. Naye amazzi yatandika ogaŋŋamba. Omusajja ng'ate akisusse. Naye kammuleke sijja kulekana naye kasita ngenda. Sijja kulekana naye ono. Omusomero.
Lwaki abadde tazikuteeranga okukuma gwa balance?
Nze nsobedde. sitatugenda
ye lwaki taziteekako
wanene we yateekako ssente nazisasula
namba
wanene
wano lwaki
wano kyava mpa nga tekuli balansi ekitegedde nazisikiri Michelle, I guess, by the way, Keith is in a bad reception. He's in a bad reception. The internet where he is at is not good. So I don't know if, but hopefully he comes back so that he can respond to your question. And we hope you're doing well. Thank you for those who are watching us, and thank you for coming. And of course, I guess he will be back to respond to Jason Hill's um, comment. Yeah, because I usually know Jason is always mostly here for key, and as you can see, most of these questions I cannot reply to the questions because Keith understands better what Jason is really talking about. So I wouldn't want to say things that I meant to be agreeing about. So Michelle, also I hope he comes about the debate. I don't know what the debate is about, so I hope he comes to respond to your queries. Yes. And of course, Keith has been talking about how people are very much misinformed about this whole thing. And like we have had, ooh, I want to sneeze. Like we have had a lot, go ahead. Like we've had a lot of people talk about, the situation, them being black people but not being descendants of Africa, uh, them being black and not being descendants of Africa. And we've been pointing out a lot of truth that actually show that this is not true. And some other people saying there were no slaves that were brought to America, and the whites made up this whole story.
Yahweh.
And of course,
I like that story. I like that story of Yahweh.
and we were trying to get that proof to show, because of course we looked at a family that is in Mississippi, where of course a prince was brought during the days of slavery. He returned back home, leaving a family in America. 40 years after slavery, he returned back home, and his family until now they are still together. They of course they connect. The family had left back in Africa, and the family he left behind when he was leaving, of course, Mississippi. And there are people who are they are so their culture is entangled deeply in African culture, and they speak their own language. And of course, it's also believed that it is hard for these people to intermingle or marry other Black Americans, because they still want to keep that strong touch of course, them being Africans in America. And a lot of stories really that, of course, were clarifying. So for those who came in after that discussion, and I guess Keith is right back here.
What was the question again?
You have a lot of questions. I will to cut the story short. Justin Hill asked that, will the Black Americans unite? And if you believe they will, how do you think they're going to unite?
Nope. They got too many ideologies. They was, I ain't talking about the tribalism in Africa about. How, how's a Moor gonna like with a Hebrew? Hebrew with a Moor. A Moor with a goddamn Indian. An Indian with a nah. It's too ignorant. I'm not worried about their ideology. So we just as divided as the Africans with the goofy ideology we got. The Moors don't want to be with the Hebrews. The Hebrew Israelites, let me call their ass. Hebrew Israelites don't want to be the Moors. You got the 5%ers. You got the goddamn Nation of Islam Negroes. The black Christians ain't gonna have nothing to do with none of that shit. These TD Jake Negroes. Sadly, I think the majority of black Americans are just too ignorant. I think the white man has made us too stupid. And most black Americans are happy to be stupid. They proud to be dumb now. And we used to value education. I don't know more, they ain't destroyed us over the last 60 years with that feminism and that taking the black man out the home shit. Our women are openly disrespectful and hostile to our authority or leadership. They're openly hostile. African American woman is openly hostile to black men. The majority, not all, but the majority are openly hostile to black men. Don't like our ass. Open. People can act like they don't know that. You're a damn lie. I'm going all over the country. The more I go halfway around the country, and I still see the attitude black women in America have towards black men. They don't want to be told shit. So what do you do when your own woman doesn't respect you? You destroyed civilization. That's what they're trying to bring in Africa. When your own woman doesn't respect you or value you, what do you call that? You call that the end of a civilization. You're destroyed. That's why you got these goofy passport brothers out here. These morons. Right? Even though they suckers and goofy, I can understand why they're going. The black man has made the black woman too unruly in America. She can't be told what to do. She's the leader, supposedly. And I told you, look at every community we got now. Looks like a scene out of Mad Max. The black woman knows she's the head of the community, and look what it's gotten us for the last 40 years. Fucked up. And if you tell that honest truth, they'll block you and ban you. So hell. Then they want to get mad when other men go to black women. It ain't like you're going out the black race. African women are African women. I don't play tribal. If you can find a good African woman in Colombia, Cuba, fucking Venezuela, Brazil, Uganda, Kenya, wherever you find a good black woman, where you find her? They'll get mad. They'll get mad and say, oh, you just weak. You just weak. You can't handle a strong black woman. But motherfucker, I don't want a strong black woman. I want a loving, caring black woman. That's the fuck I want. I don't want a strong black woman. I want a loving, caring black woman. I don't want to I want to come home and have to fight your ass every day. I had to fight at work. Fuck, I want to come home and be fighting your ass. I had to fight every day out in the workforce. I ain't trying to come home and fight your ass too. So that's what they meant. Because remember, for men value what? Peace. We value peace. I don't want to come home and be fighting your ass. I don't have to fight the white man for 12 damn hours. How many hours I'm working? I'm gonna come and fight your ass too? And then you think, and then the idea of African American ones, they think that other women, other black women are stupid. Newsflash, other black women aren't stupid. Other African women in other places aren't stupid. That's why you're mad. Other African women are not stupid. Sorry. The African women in Colombia are not stupid. The African women in Brazil are not stupid. The African women in Jamaica are not stupid. The African women in Venezuela are not stupid. The African women in Uganda are not stupid. The African women in Kenya are not stupid. The African women in Ghana are not stupid. Sorry. You want to keep saying that shit? Oh, these women, you're just leaving because those women are stupid and easy. No, they're not. But what they are, they're still women. They're still feminine. They're still caring. They're still loving. Most of them I'm going to fight with when I get home. They're still respectful. How about that? They still got their African ways respectful. Most, not all of them, but still most of them. Like I said, most of y'all are disrespectful and fucked up, but not all of you. So it's reverse. Shit. That's the sad fact. And I hear the British women, the British African women saying the same shit, get mad about the African man in Britain going back to Africa, going to Brazil. I seen a video about these African brothers from England going to Jamaica to find women. And the African, the African British girl, the UK black girl, oh, these guys are weak. Going to get some Jamaican coochie. These guys are all weak. Why they gotta be weak? They just wanna be fucking with your ass. Why they gotta be weak? African women are African women. If I can find one that's gonna cooperate with me, well, I gotta stay and fight your ass. So it's something you doing. It's something you doing wrong. They make these African men go find African women someplace else. Huh? They're still African. So they're not going outside the race. They're still African. So you can't go, oh, they're going outside the race. That don't work. You can't even use that card, that fucked up card. These women, they don't want no black women. They go outside the race. These Asian and white women. You can't do that. Because they're going down to Brazil. Those are African women in Brazil. Africans. Those are African women in Colombia. Africans. Those are African women in Jamaica. African. Those are African women in Venezuela. African. African women in Uganda. African. African women in Nigeria. African. African women in Kenya. African. So you can't throw that bullshit on me. It means you gotta take a look in the mirror while you fucked up. We know the white man did it, but you won't change it. You won't address it. And I'm not tussling with your ass. You won't address it. And you mad because the African woman is still feminine, and you're not. African women all over the world are not doormats. I don't know African women's a doormat, as you keep saying they are. That's not true. They're just respectful. They're just more considerate, which the white man took out of your ass. And we know that's a fact. Because not the majority, the minority of black women will admit it. They know what happened. And they know the black woman doesn't want to give up the little fucked up power she thinks she got. So, you keep the power. Now, our kids are fucking stupid, like Maria's listing motherfuckers on Facebook, they're dumb. They ain't know no American history, talking about they're an Indian. That's because the black woman raised their ass. They don't know what the fuck. They all got a bunch of morons running around here now. Got a bunch of morons. Grown up in a single family household, no man in there. Okay? Then the day a man wants to be a man. I don't want to come home and be arguing with another man. I don't want another man in my house. I'm not an LGBTQ kind of cat. I don't want to have another man in there. I don't want two masculine energies in the goddamn house. Okay? When you do two masculine energies, you get a magnet. A magnet has a feminine side and a masculine side. The feminine side put together are going to repel. That's nature. The masculine side together are going to repel the energy. But the masculine and feminine energy is going to come together and connect. That's nature. And connect. So I don't want your masculine energy in the house with my masculine hands. I'll pass. I'll pass on that. You know, you can be a man in some other man's house, but not mine. You can be a man in somebody else's shit. Not mine. Shit. I'm not going to argue with your crazy ass. I'm going to walk out the door. Leave your manly ass alone. You'll be a strong black woman by yourself. I don't like man hands touching me. I like feminine women hands touching me. I don't want no man hands. You get at the Seto. Seto might like man hands. I don't. Because remember, they were trying to get Seto that popcorn. I don't want the popcorn. So, you know, on site when they look at you, there's always some disrespectful shit. You ain't done that to nobody. That's why I always give black women in America a compliment when they smile and they treat you with respect and kind. I always go overboard and say, wow, thank you. You really have a lovely attitude. Because most attitudes are fucked up. They're the minority. We're going to keep it 100. Most black women in American attitude is fucked up. We're going to make it 100. So I go out my way. When I see a black woman smile and treat you right, I'm like, wow, you really brighten my day. I go out my way to compliment them because it's so rare. It's usually, oh, what you want? What you gonna do? Why you there? What? And then I turn around and smile in them, and I see it every time. I was on the show with Joby one time. I was in South Carolina. I was in that Church's Chicken, and it just happened again. It just happened 2 days ago. And I was in. No, that was yesterday. I'm in a Church's Chicken again, right? I was on one of my friends. He started laughing. I didn't want to say nothing because there was a bunch of people that I was about to go off on this bitch because she just threw the chicken box at me. I'm like, bitch. I said, I'm about to turn her. There was too many people in there, white people. I didn't want to embarrass them the white folks. I said, so my order was this was yesterday. Yesterday. And we were talking to yesterday. I ordered chicken. I get it. This motherfucker puts in the box and throws the box at my ass. I'm like, what? But I didn't want to say nothing. My friends was on the first day, what happened? I said, this fucking bitch just threw the chicken box at my ass. I said, get this bitch fired. I said, bitch, I'm not fucking you. I don't owe you no money. You out your fucking mind? What's wrong with you? I didn't make you. If you don't like making chicken, bitch, go get an education. Take your ass to school. I ain't the one to make you work here slinging chicken. I'm not the one to put you in churches. I said, damn. That's what I said, damn. You remember I did that happen in South Carolina? That was in Alabama yesterday. And but this time there was no white man for the smile in front. They love showing their teeth with white people. I told you we're all colonized in the head. Because remember, I was at that same chicken joint in a different state. I was in South Carolina. And he was talking all fuck. That time I felt a certain kind of way. I was like, fuck this. You don't get this work, bitch. What you talking to? I'm being all nice and kind. You being all nasty. What kind of chicken you want? I was like, huh? You talking to me? Yeah. What you got? What you gonna get? What's wrong with you, bitch? Who you talking to? You got me all the way fucked up. You got me all the way fucked up. But this is the you. This not the. This not like a This not like this is the norm. This is the norm you get. Hold on, bitch. You got me all the way fucked up. Now you hold out the line. There was nobody in behind me at that whole what line? What are you talking about? So look. Then I got my order. I said, bitch, you got a funky ass. They need to fire your ass. As soon as I left, a white man got behind me, and she was all teeth and smiles. Hello, can I help you? Can I take your order? I said, look at this bitch. As soon as a white man comes, she's like, hello, can I take your order? Can I help you? So all fucking fucked up teeth. Hello, can I help you? I said, the white man just better, he might just well take his dick out and then just suck it. While you're going off all crazy. He might just whip his dick out and let you suck it in front of everybody. With your fake ass. Hello? Can I help you? Me is like, what you want? What are you doing? We taking so long. What you want? You know? Read the comments, Maria. I can't read them.
Okay. Okay. Jason. Okay. Let me start from General Mosquito's crazy comments. When folks be okay. When folks. Michelle. I know that one we are done. Michelle will be responding to that. Michelle says that's true, Keith. Jason says when folks be waist deep in blood due to what's coming, either folks will unite or die. Many will die. They will be back to this illusion or another matrix illusion. And then, of course, Jeremiah Mosquito says, I will skip that one. Seto doesn't want me to read that. So I will skip. He says, me personally, I don't take shit from no woman. And of course,
you know what they shit from no woman? Their attitude for us now is on sight. It's like you think we beat their mama. It's just crazy. Their attitude towards black men is off the chain crazy. And every black man knows what the fuck I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. You like every time you gotta deal with a black woman, any kind of situation, you're like, oh man, hope it don't be no shit. I hope it don't be no shit. It's always some disrespectful, fucked up attitude shit. The majority, not all the time, but too much of a time. But go ahead, Marie.
Justin says that also you got to watch out for fully vaccinated women. I don't know the long-term effects and don't want to know, especially all they took. And then Jeremy Mosquito says, Justin, I agree completely. I'm more concerned about the vaccinated women. I'm more concerned about the vaccinated women nowadays more than the attitude.
Oh, you too? Oh, no. I'm not sleeping. I'm not. You ain't gotta worry about that. If they got vaccinated, I'm out of there. Adios. They say 2 months. Say, hey, you been vaccinated? Yeah. I said, oh, okay.
Vaccinated women.
What?
What's happening to vaccinated women?
The 19, Maria. I ain't thought you was in that shit. You crazy? I'm not sleeping with you. Out your fucking mind.
Of course, just and says that's why a lot of brothers do see past 65 from, of course, I think it was like the 4 6 past, no, wait, past
It is
65 from
natural to
stress,
Poland. It
from
is.
everything, especially the ignorant woman. And then Michelle says, I understand what you're saying, Keith, but some black women have been abused, right?
I agree.
No, some black women
But
have been
Michelle,
abused.
all
Some
black
black
women ain't been
women,
abused. I agree with that.
yes,
Some have been abused, but not all of them ain't been abused. And then if you've been
yes.
abused, why should I be the? Why should you take your abuse out on me? What I do to you? I'm smiling,
No,
say, hey, sister. What,
she says
Maria?
that some men are also abusive. In other words,
That's some
it's
man. That's not every man. Hell, every woman ain't getting her ass whipped. I walk into a society. Every black woman ain't been beat up. I meet in society. They always got a nasty, fucked up attitude. That ain't that
um
every black woman.
wait. By the way, I'll have a little to say about what you're saying. But let me first finish the comment. Michelle also says, if you notice, everyone has been unglued. All right. General Mosquito says, wow, that kind of behavior and attitude is unacceptable, Brother Keith. And we see Jabba
That's
writing thing.
that's what they. That's why you got these dudes with that fake manosphere shit. I don't believe in doing that manosphere nonsense. Those are dudes that just mad because women don't like their ass. I don't care about that. I can always get women. Women was never no problem. I was like, damn it. Just be kind. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be. Why you always got an attitude all the time? Crazy.
I don't know what people be doing out there really, but I've seen scenarios where men demand a certain attitude or a certain behavior from a woman, yet they cannot behave like men. Because when you are a man and you are behaving like a woman, I don't know how to say that, because I grew up knowing that men are people who ignore a lot of things. Men don't talk too much, men don't quarrel. I've seen men who can quarrel for 3 hours non-stop. Quiet. I'm like I've never met such kind of man, but if I was, because I don't know. I've seen men who can argue, like they behave like like women completely. All right. And someone will argue today, and then you think this is done. And tomorrow he wakes up to start the same journey. And then at times I'm like, is this person a man? Now, how do you expect a woman to have a calm attitude? Because there is a limit to everyone's emotion. So
Right.
there is
And I'm
limit to
and I
everyone's emotion.
and I'm not arguing with your ass no every day. No, I ain't arguing with no 3 hours. I'm
People
gonna
do
walk
this.
out. I'm gonna walk out and let you argue with your damn self. Goodbye, shit.
Where the argument starts is the problem, because when I'm angry about something, I don't even talk. I don't even argue about it. I don't even have the words to describe how I'm feeling about something. But now you'll find instead it's a man talking about shit. Oh my God. At times I'm like, you ask yourself, like, okay, who is the woman between me and you? Because when a man talks too much, if at all it is not something intellectual, then you at times that I question whether the person is gay, whether the person is, because I grew up in a community where men don't talk a lot, more especially when they are pissed. That is one. Where men don't talk a lot, more especially when they have been angered. All right. So when I come
Uh,
across a society which is filled with men who will even quarrel and even pull down their panties and show their asses to the women, and I'm like, like,
oh wait. I don't know nobody pull down their pants and show their asses.
You know people do this nowadays. You
I,
men do.
I don't know nobody do no shit like that.
But it's not. We are in a generation of men doing this bullshit. No. A man pulls out his pants and then you're showing your ass to the woman because you're married. I mean, seriously? How are these men going
Santo,
to
Santo, have you ever seen anything like that? Have you ever seen anything like that?
Facebook? Listen to Facebook. Really? I don't know. Because for a man, but because honestly, we are not going to deny the fact that everyone is emotional. It is not only men who are emotional, and everyone has a level of anger. All right, it is okay for
Uh-huh.
someone. It is you never say sorry, only white men mourn people. They do that shit. Do that thing. But if at all, for a man to demand, I've seen people who think they have a right. Someone has a right to disrespect you, and I think men get it wrong because you see, if we look at a woman, let me call it a woman who's going to listen and not have an attitude, there is something she expects from you. And among all these things is you giving her peace. Men usually say, I want a woman who is giving me peace. Are you giving her the peace so that she can give it back to you? Someone thinks it is okay for you to disrespect. I have a sister who dated a man. He wasn't a Ugandan man, really. And this man was like always insulting her all the time, reminding her how stupid. You're so stupid. Your entire family is stupid. Your father is dumb, and all those things. So for him, he expected my cousin to always be quiet. She was quiet the first time, the second, the third, until she had enough. And when she talked back, he said, I thought African women don't talk back. All right. So this was our mindset. Now, why do you have that kind of mindset and you think you expect a woman to take all this? A good man a good man deserves a good woman. That's all I should say. Not every man deserves a good woman, really. And not
Damn.
every man deserves to be good.
But
You know,
a man deserves a fucked up woman.
no, everyone deserves people who suit their character. If you're stupid,
Uh,
get married to a stupid woman. Let your stupidity run all over.
uh,
Demanding someone who isn't. Not really, because
so,
if,
so,
if
so,
I told
so,
you,
so
if
you,
I
so
told
you
you,
should get with a stupid woman. Hold on, Marissa. So you should get with a stupid woman and have stupid kids.
hey, if you're stupid, then why should a woman want stupid kids as well? Don't you need something different? Huh? Give yourself let us take this on level. True. If you're someone you cannot control your attitude as a man, and you demand a woman who can control hers, that is not right. All right. If a good man deserves a good woman, a good woman deserves a good man. If you're bad,
That's it.
alas. And there is, and by the way, there is
But
no
it, but
character.
it's usually, but it's usually the bad men that get the good women. It's
Yeah,
usually the
there is
bad.
no, everyone has a character in them. All right, everyone has a character. Everyone can quarrel. Everyone can fight. Everyone can use vulgar words. Everyone
Women,
can,
don't- women
but
don't, women don't, women don't like good men. Maria, they say they simps. Women don't like good men. They like the bad boy, Maria. Women like the bad boy. Oh, the eggs.
Who is the bad boy? I don't know who is. Yeah, you. I don't know.
Yeah. Women like the
Huh?
bad boy. Women like the bad boy. Don't believe me? Go look at you. Pull up YouTube. Say, why do women like bad boys? Put it up on YouTube real quick. Why do women like bad boys?
In what women like bad boys. But me, I feel one has,
They don't.
someone may tend to have a good attitude throughout with you, but it doesn't mean they don't have the energy to shout back or quarrel. It is a decision they make, and they say, I'm not gonna do this with you. I won't do that. And probably for the
Women,
respect of your relationship, maybe
women only want the good guy when they all washed up and old. When they're young and they got the nice bodies and they look good, they want the bad boy. They want the guy with the eggs. And pull up. Let's go to YouTube. Say why do women like bad boys? And why do women like the bad boys? That's
there
let's
is
see.
purpose.
That's psychology. Why do women like the bad boys?
They say that for short-term attraction, confidence, and risk-taking, bad boys often execute
Like the
confidence,
All right. They like the
stubbornness, and
bad. They like
risk-taking
the bad. They like the bad boys, Maria.
emotional motivation, perceived masculinity. Bad boys are often seen as masculine and dominant, which
That's
reduces
right.
their appeal.
Yep.
Women who choose bad boys may prioritize short-term physical attraction over long-term emotional support.
That's right.
Ah,
Women like the bad boys, Maria. They don't want the
bad
good guy.
boys, listen, bad boys exist on a spectrum. At one end, they are mildly dangerous heartbreakers who still feel empathy. At the other end, they are like psychopaths.
See that setup? Women like the psychopaths.
Oh, Jim Jabba says women want to marry a Superman, but they will take Batman home at night. Oh, oh, God. That's why a lot of women get missing, dead, or in prison.
Exactly.
And
That was now I wanted to do that to answer Michelle's question about sometimes they abuse, they choose to be abused because they want the bad boy. That's right.
bad
If,
boys have
if you
this.
if you're a good guy right there, say Michelle, I want you, I love you. You be like, no, hell no. If you're a bad guy, say Michelle, how about you going out tonight and fuck your mama? Ooh, I like you. Ooh, he said fuck your mama. Yeah. Almost a psychopath, but not quite.
Ooh, I like I think I don't know. I don't know who the good boys and the bad boys are really. Come on, because when you why you love it? I don't know because maybe people have they perceive these two, they perceive the two differently. I don't know because like they talked about masculine, like if at all women want a man who is masculine and then they want to be disobedient to this man, then probably maybe women want to be submissive, except that men don't know how to make women submissive. I think I don't know because if you look at one of the reasons why women fall for bad men is that feel that they are men, they are strong men and typical men. If I told someone, why wouldn't someone go for a late kinda man and rather want a typical strong man. I think this shows us that a lot of women would want men who would make them, feel protected, submissive. They want a man who's going to bring that woman, in her, to bring out that woman in her.
Out of her. That's right.
And I think a lot of men don't know how to make women do that, really. No, that's the truth. A lot of men don't know how to make a woman.
The kind man don't. He's too weak. He's too kind and weak.
But so because if you talk about the bad man, I don't know. I know maybe a lot of people, like I said, there is a word this Maria, you are innocent, but far from naive. A bam when you say you see, there is something. I don't know, maybe the bad men are these people. I don't know. Okay, when you say that word, I'm going to describe how I think a bad boy is. Maybe it's a guy who's a drug addict. Maybe he's a robber.
Not a drug addict. The bad boy just don't give a damn. Tell your mama, hey, taking your daughter, and I'm gonna do what I want with her. Tell her, be good to my daughter. Hey, lady, I told you, shut up. Yeah, over, real confident. Like, yeah, he's bad. He's confident. All right. You say,
Oh,
I think I might want to go do this. No, you get your ass in the car. We're gonna do that.
no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but you love such a person. No. I'm gonna try for my mama.
As I was saying, like,
Really?
yeah.
Good. No, I'm going to miss a bad boy. The stronger baby now. I'm going to miss a bad
You
boy.
want that extra confidence.
Mm.
The extra
No, woman, you're going to
confidence in
shut up and then more. No. That says women want extra confidence. What is that? That is being disrespectful. That is being disrespectful and
That's what.
selfish.
That's why I'm the bad boy.
And the kid must be a bad boy. Hey.
Well, long time ago, not now. Long time ago.
But not now. What made you change your still?
I got married and had kids. I wasn't out there womanizing no more. When I was younger, I was a bad boy. I wasn't. I didn't mean to be mean, but shit. I was a bad guy. Shit. I wasn't trying to be mean. Like you said, like that thing said, I was selfish. I didn't care about no one else's feelings but my own. So I fell in that bad boy trap.
Bad boy. Bad boy too.
People call it being a womanizer. I don't ever call it being a womanizer. I just like a lot of women. Why's it gotta be a womanizer? I like being with a lot of women. Why's it gotta be a womanizer? I like women. Why you gotta be a womanizer? Because you like being around a lot of women. That was my vice. I didn't drink. I don't smoke. So I like a lot of women. Back then, I did. It was fun. I like being around a lot of women.
Hey.
It was a thrill. It was a thrill to me to manipulate women's mind. That was a thrill to go after women. That was the fun. I was probably a woman addict. I was more of a woman addict than a womanizer because I wasn't doing nothing bad to nobody. I might not have been faithful, but I didn't hurt nobody. Like hurt nobody.
I
You
guess
know?
now you're satisfied. You don't want women anymore.
No, no. Well, I've had a lot of women. I'm doing something big about it. Women cause confusion. That's your marriage home. Women cause confusion. I don't want no. I'm not a place I want no confusion right now. I don't want to, and I'm selfish now. I don't want to share my time with a woman right now. I've been married. I was married for years. I'm married for 20 years. I don't want to share my time with a woman right now. You know, women take a lot of time that I don't have right now. So see, I'm a good guy now. I don't want to use anybody no more.
You had the nerve. You are just satisfied. You had the nerve. You have experienced everything.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that too. But there's just no room in my life for a woman right now. I don't want to be. I want to be selfish. I want to argue with her. You don't spend time with me. We don't do this because I don't want to spend time with your ass. so, knowing that I don't want to pretend like I do, and that's right. I don't think like I told people, I need a time and season for everything. I don't think I could have been this calm if I didn't have a bunch of women prior, and I don't believe I could have ever been faithful to my wife unless I've been with a bunch of women. Because maybe I would have been curious. Yeah. Because I probably would have been curious. And because I did a whole bunch of wild shit. You know, I got that all out of my system. That's why I don't believe in getting married too young. Go experience life, experience a lot of women, have fun. Because if you don't, when you're going to get married, you're going to have temptation. I had no temptation because I did everything. I wasn't tempted by shit. I did everything. I did everything I wanted to do. Everything. Crazy. You know? I did a lot of shit I didn't know. I slept with other people's wives. All kind of crazy shit. I didn't know. I was young, you know, I had no more snap. I did all kind of shit I did. You know, all kind of everything I wanted to do that was legal. I tried, as long as I didn't hurt nobody. I mean, I heard that dude. He found out that I was having sex with his wife. He was hurt that I was hurt. I was hurt that he was hurt. So I never slept again with nobody's wife. It broke my heart that he was hurt. He reached out to me. He was really hurt. I felt bad for that man. I was like, oh, shit. That's fucked up. Damn.
Yeah, you thought it wasn't going too hard, really.
I did what now?
You thought it was nothing. You sleeping with someone else's wife.
At first it wasn't. At first I didn't know, Maria. I didn't know yet. I didn't know. I was in Japan, right? And so at that time, of course, I wasn't as conscious as I was now living over there. So I had a Japanese girlfriend. Today, that'd be a no-starter for me. Back then, I had a Japanese girlfriend, but I wanted black women. I got a thing for black. I love black women. You couldn't find no black women in no damn Japan. Like shit. And then one day, I found 2 black women, right? So one day, I was at a club, and I was trying to talk to this girl, and I thought her friend kept coming on to me. I said, damn, man, I'm trying to talk to your friend. Go away. Go away. Right? But she kept bothering me, right? And then we got outside the club. I found out that was a goddamn mother. I said, "This your mom? You party with your mom? This is some weirdo shit. You party with your mom?" So at that time, I was 21 and she was 40. She was in great shape, so that was my first older woman. I knocked in the head, So at that time, I knocked in the head, but that's the first woman I ever been that scared that shit out of me. Because usually I can have sex with a woman and and exhaust her ass. That older lady I couldn't do. I said, no, I don't want no more sex. Please stop. No more. I said, no, you young. I gotta teach you some more. I said, no more. I said, no more. I said, no more. I can't have no more sex. She said, no, you just gotta I gotta teach you. I was all sweating and shit. I was all drained. I said, I got no more fluids. I'm dehydrated. She said, no, I'm gonna give you some water.
Oh, no, we have why is it?
Oh, you can. I got a teacher, young ass. I said, so she told me, I got a teacher, young ass. I said, no, I don't want no more coochie. You never when you're young, you never tell a girl you don't want no more coochie. But I did. I said, please, I don't want no more coochie. I can't take no more. No. She said no. So when she went in the bathroom, I got my clothes and snuck the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. I can barely walk. I was all fucked up. I was all dehydrated. I was all delirious and shit. No more coochie. No more coochie. But anyway, the married woman I met at the Air Force base, right? I was at the Air Force Club in Japan. See, I know she's married. She's by herself at the time. I was a black. I thought maybe she was in the Air Force. I said, hell yeah. Here go black woman. I said, I got to get her number. Shit. Goddamn right. So I talked to her, child. So we got to talking, right? And so she started to come and get me. All we would do was have sex, right? I said, my friend, she would take me to these, pull this up. She got on that line. Pull this up, Seto. Say Japanese, say images. Don't go say images of Japanese sex hotels. Images of Japanese sex hotels. Man, those were the most amazing things in the world. You can make love on the moon. You can make love in the ocean. The images of Japanese sex hotels. You see them? They got different themes. You can make like you just using a desert, having sex. That shit was great. So she introduced. You see them? Share one of the images, Seto. Share one of the images.
All right.
So she introduced me to that, right? So she said, I'm gonna take you to the secret hotel. I said, the secret hotel? What the fuck is that? You guys are, yeah, you go. So you got a bunch of hotels with different themes. Yeah, they all got different things. And so when you go to a hotel, you tell them where you want to have sex at. You want to have sex in the ocean, have sex on the beach, sex in the desert. And I'm young. I never heard of no shit like that. I'm young.
Prison. Even sex in prison is there.
That's right. In prison. That's right, Marie. Sex in prison, all kind of fun shit. All kind of fun shit. And so the first time she came and got me, she took me there. I said, damn, what's this place here? Oh, don't worry about it. I was surprised you when we get in there. And then when you get in there, there's nobody at the front door. There's no place to check in. There's nobody like, excuse me, I'm trying to check in the room. Nah, you don't see nobody. You go into this back garage and there's keys and it opens up and then you talk to somebody on a damn intercom. He said, what room would you like for the night? Yeah, I want some coochie in space. Okay, sir, coochie in space it is. But I wasn't the one who asked for the damn rooms. It was her. I don't know what the fuck. I didn't know where the fuck I'm even at. Cause you don't see it. When you pull up in the back, you don't know it's a hotel. It's all secret. You don't know none of that shit's even there. I said, man, where the fuck are we at? She said, don't worry about it. I'm gonna surprise you. I said, okay. I was like, man, this bitch might be a murderer or something. Surprised me. This motherfucker might be crazy. So I went in there and said, damn, what the fuck? I said, wow, look at this bitch. Hell yeah. I said, hell yeah. That's what's up. I said, hell yeah, that's what's up. So, see, so I didn't know, I should have known that maybe she was married because at that time, she gave me some of the best sex I ever had in my life. That shit was mind blowing. I was like, God damn. So usually married women who are unsatisfied at home. That's why they have affairs. I didn't know none of that shit yet. I was a kid. I said, this motherfucking sex is the bomb. Goddamn, my toes was all curled up. Hell yeah, goddamn right. Ooh. So I let that motherfucker, I was like, man, shit. This the shit. So after doing that a few more times, I was talking to this goddamn friend of mine. He was a Christian. Motherfucker was a religious nut. He's a Christian nut. So it was a Sunday. She was coming to get me. She's going to go to church. I said, Keith, you think about ever going to church? I said, man, that's your goofy belief shit. You believe in that. You believe in that stupid shit, not me. What you gonna do this if you ain't going? Yo, man, what you gonna do if you ain't going to church? Man, I got the girl from the Air Force Base. She coming to get me. Man, I think we're gonna fuck on the moon tonight. Fuck on the moon? What you talking about? What you talking? He didn't know about those things. He said, what you talking about? Fucking on the moon. I said, man, it's this hotel, man, they got out here, man. It's called a sex motel. You can have sex on these different themes. Say, Keith, why she only come and get you to have sex? What kind of relationship is that? Sounds like that's a married woman. Oh, man, ain't no married woman. Shut up. You just all jealous. You just jealous, nigga. Sound like you fucking with a married woman than me. So I said, married woman? And so that's my first guy. I said, nah, you just jealous, motherfucker. Go read your Bible, nigga, and leave me alone. Go read your goofy Bible. Leave me alone. So he said, okay, we'll do this. Instead of going to have sex with that lady, when you get in the car, ask her, can you go have a conversation? Can you go talk to her? And then Make love to her mind instead of trying to make love to her body. Stop dealing with sin, Keith. You're sinful, nigga. You're sinful. How about you work on the woman's mind? I said, what? All right, you crazy bastard. Get away from me. Anyway, somehow that must have stuck with me, right? So when she came and got me, I was like, you know what? Let's not go to the motel tonight. Let's just sit and talk. And as soon as I said that shit, that motherfucker turned that car around so fast, I almost got whiplash. He said, ah! I can talk any damn night of the week. We ain't gonna go do nothing. I'm just gonna take you back to the barracks. I said, what? You don't want to just sit and talk? Nah, I ain't come over here to do no damn talking. I said, God damn. God damn. I said, well, I'm young. I said, okay, we ain't got to talk. I want some coochie anyway. Let's go to the motel. Shit. but, but it did get me thinking. I said, this motherfucker may be right. This motherfucker may be married. This motherfucker don't even want to sit and talk to a motherfucker. She don't even want to sit and talk or nothing. I just said, let's sit and talk tonight. Let's not go to the motel. And she turned around so fast to drop my ass off. And so after that day, when she called again, I said, I gotta ask, it's all in my head now. I gotta ask her. I said, hey, are you married? What made you think that? Who told you to ask me that? Why you ask me that? I don't know. Some friends of mine says, it's weird you only come and get me at night. We don't see you during the day. He said it's weird. I'm just asking you. Are you married? Yeah, I'm married. I said, God damn. This motherfucker was right. Shit. Does it matter? Does it matter? I said, nah, I still want the coochie. I said, how you get out every night? How you get out every night without your husband knowing it? How you get out every night without your husband be knowing the shit? Oh, he be at work. So your husband is in the Air Force, not you. Yeah. He work at the airfield at night. He's an air traffic controller. His shift is at night. I said, all right, fuck it. I did. If I had some integrity, I would have said, no, this is wrong. But I didn't do that. I was too young and stupid. If I was a good person, I would have said, no, I cannot see you no more. You're another man's wife. This is wrong. I didn't say none of that shit. I said, what time you coming over? What time you coming to get me? I said, what time you coming to get me? What time should I expect you coming? But, you know, and when I said, I said, what time you coming? I was like, if I was a good guy, I said, no, this is wrong. Let's stop it now. You have a husband. I don't want to break up a marriage. I didn't say none of that shit, Seto. I said, what time you coming back over? What time you coming to get me? He said, I said, that no good religious nigga got me. Cause he asked me, he said, hey, did you find out? Is she married? I bet she married. And of course I lied. I said, nah, man, she ain't married. I said, nah, man, she ain't married. I said, nah, man, she ain't married. That's what I said, though. I said, no, damn, the lights back off, Joby?
Yeah, the lights are off, but keep here.
Yeah, but wasn't there? Oh, I can't. Damn. Right, hold on. Oh, uh, okay, Silly. Oh, you guys have a curfew. Okay. Okay, you got to go. What time you guys got to be at the house? 8 o'clock? Oh, okay. Well, you guys go stay there tonight? Are you guys staying there tonight since you got a curfew? You said the police are outside. I just said, how you gonna come out at 8 o'clock if you got if the curfew's at 6:30? Why you tell me turn the lights on so I can see you? Shit, I can't see nothing. Yeah, go home. I'm saying, but if you go out now, it's 8 o'clock. You guys got a curfew. You said the cops out there. Won't they stop you guys? All right, well, go home then. You there? Are you guys sitting in the dark? Ain't no lights back there? Uh, if you guys got a curfew, to go ahead and go home. Then if you guys can leave the studio safe, to go home. Yeah, I'm on the show with Seto and Maria right now. All right, get on safety, guys. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, anyway, you know, his ass asked me, I bet she married. You probably is she married? So of course I lied. I said, nah, she ain't married. Told you she ain't married, but she was married. So I lied, shit. None of your goddamn business, shit. Anyway, 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 at that time I was about to leave Japan, and I was gonna try to leave without her knowing I was gone, but she found out, so I was leaving, and so when I left, said my goodbyes to her, I thought that was gonna be the end of it. But this motherfucker fell in love with me. I didn't fall in love with her. You another man's wife. She fell in love. Take me with you. I can't take you with me. Shit, you married lady. So, I can't. You know, it was just some good coochie. It's time to go. Shit. Time to go, man. It's over with. Shit. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. But she fell out of love and walked all crazy and shit. Like, all right. When I get back to the States, I'll holler at you, but I didn't plan to talk to no more. So next I know, I'm no. I left Japan and went to Hawaii. Right? I went to Hawaii. And it's about 6 months later, I forgot about her and her husband. And next thing you know, a friend of mine calls, hey man, there's some guy looking for you. I said, somebody looking for me? Yeah, he don't really know your last name. He knew my first name was Keith, but he was telling people he knew me, but didn't know my last name. They said, nah, you don't know him, you don't know his last name. And so I found out this dude, he showed up to Hawaii, he told me he's gonna kill me. Her husband had traced me to Hawaii. I'm like, what? So
Hey.
the person I was working for, she was a woman. She's a Spanish lady. She said, well, Latino, Spanish American, said, Keith, there's a guy called. He's looking for you, but he know your last name. I said, you're the second person who told me someone was looking for me. I didn't know my last name. So say, be careful. Something seems weird. And everybody knows in the military, you always have people having sex with other people's wives. He said, at first thing she asked me, said, Keith, did you fuck this man's wife or something? I said, no, yeah, you talking about? Who is he? What's his name? So, good thing I went to go play basketball and then go to my room, my barracks. This motherfucker found out where I lived at. This crazy motherfucker found out where I lived. And my boy went to see me. He said, man, there was some crazy motherfucker outside your goddamn room. I said, what? What? Yeah, man, some crazy motherfucker said he had to see you and shit. And he talking about fucking you up. Fucking who up? Said, I don't know if fuck he gonna fuck up. Oh, fuck this is. I didn't know. I still not say, what the fuck is this motherfucker, man? I ain't did nothing to nobody while I've been in fucking Hawaii. What they talking about? Said, nah, I better stay away from my room. I don't know what the fuck this is. So all night I stayed away. I stayed out in town over some other girl's house. And so when I got back then we didn't have no cell phones yet. So we had regular pay phones. And one of the guys on duty said, hey, Keith, hey, Newt, they called my last name. He never knew my last name. So my last name being Newsom, they just called me Newt. Hey, Newt, you got a phone call, man. I said, the fuck is calling me? I don't know nobody be calling me this time of night. So I grabbed it. And then first thing I heard, yeah, motherfucker, I'm on an island, I'm looking for your ass. I'm like, hey, who the fuck are you? What the fuck is this? I said, what the fuck is this? What the fuck you looking for, goddammit? I'm on an island, motherfucker, I'm looking for you. I said, man, what I do to you? I ain't know the fuck you are. You know the fuck I am. You know the fuck I am. You was fucking my wife in Japan. What? In Japan? Nigga, this Hawaii. You follow me from Japan? So you guys don't know, in America, service people can get on flights for free and fly anywhere in America. Anywhere in the world we got bases at. So I don't know how this motherfucker found out I was in Hawaii. Somebody back in Hawaii must have told his ass I had orders going to damn Hawaii. So he took a free flight to Hawaii and to the base. There's only one Marine Corps base in Hawaii. It's over in Kenoi Bay. So he knew what base I was on, and he can get on the base because he's military. So ain't no problem for him getting on the base because he's military. So he can get on the base. So I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Fuck are you? I said, man, I don't know who the fuck you are. So you know I am. You was fucking my wife in Japan. I said, God damn. I was thinking, he's like, I was thinking about blowing your goddamn head off. What? Blowing my head off? Goddamn. Yeah, I know the room you stayed and everything. I was gonna wait for you to go in there. I was gonna blow your motherfucking head off. Are you gonna blow my head off? Dude, calm down. Dude, first I tried to lie. I said, dude, she told me she was single. I didn't know she was even married, man. You're a motherfucking lie. Because I finally got her ass to tell the truth. You knew she was married. I said, damn, goddamn bitch. Why you gonna tell us that shit? You fucking me up. I said, yeah, okay, okay, dude, yeah, I knew she was married, but Listen, I broke that thing off, man. That's you and your wife. But you left in Japan crying and acting crazy. And when I pressed her for your name, she gave me all the information. I said, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said, man, I'm sorry your wife, your marriage all fucked up. I apologize, man. You know, shit. I said, man, but you ain't got to kill me over no woman. That's what I said to them. You ain't got to kill me over no woman, man. We had to be tough. I ain't about to get shot. Shit. He's going to be in this bitch fighting. I said, you came all the way to Hawaii because your wife slept with another man? Man, it's a little drastic. No, I love my wife. Then why don't you fucking her? Why are you coming to get me? She's the one who gave me the coochie. Shit. I didn't rape her or nothing. Shit. She gave me that coochie fair and square. Shit. I didn't want to tell her, man, your wife got some good coochie too. Shit, goddamn. That motherfucker was the bomb. Even to this day. I still remember that shit. Even to this day. I said, goddamn. Your wife was the real deal, son. You're a lucky man. So, your ass a lucky man. So, um, anyway, we got talking for about 2 hours. They said, I feel sad for the guy. Man, I'm doing deployments. I thought she cheating on me. How hard it is. We got kids. Oh, man, I didn't know you had no kids. Shit, I'm sorry about that, man. So if I end the conversation, I know it sounds funny, but we became sort of like friends and shit. I was like, oh, man, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know you had kids and shit you was going through with your old lady and shit, your wife. I didn't know none of that. I apologize, man. Hope you can work that out, man. You ain't got to work with me, man. I apologize, man. I actually was really sorry. At the end of that conversation, I actually was sorry. No lie. In that conversation, I was actually sorry. No lie. But that's that story there, guys. What's it gonna come back? I'm gonna wrap it up, but I will be back on tonight. I'll be back on tonight. I'll be back on Friday night, Saturday night. Sunday I gotta go down to damn Fort Myers and West Palm Beach and all that shit. Give me a few more minutes. I'm gonna wrap it up. My voice gone. So I gotta come back on tonight. My voice will be gone. I don't know. They go on for 3 hours now. They probably not gonna make it back, guys. And that they went out on them. The lights. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. See everybody at 9 o'clock Eastern tonight, guys. 9 o'clock Eastern time. Peace, you guys. 9 o'clock Eastern. Peace.